You ever wake up and realize your money doesn't stretch like it did yesterday? Groceries cost more. Rent's higher. And you're stuck thinking, wait. I'm still working the same job. Why does my paycheck feel weaker? Now take that feeling, and crank it up 1,000 times. That's what happened in Germany after World War I. Money didn't just lose value, it lost meaning. We're about to dig into the collapse that turned a powerful empire into an economic ghost. And the scary part? It's not just history. It's a warning. Germany after the war was wrecked. Humiliated. Exhausted. Cities smashed, economy broken. And then came the knockout punch, the Treaty of Versailles. The Allies basically said, "You're paying for the war. Not a little. Billions. In gold." Germany had no gold. Barely had food. So what do desperate governments do? They print money. At first it feels fine. A little printing, a little borrowing. Nobody panics. But then reality hits. Hard. Think about it, if a government can just make money out of thin air, why wouldn't they? That was Germany's logic. Reparations piling up, no gold to pay. So they thought. Print marks. Trade them for foreign currency. Pay the debt. Done. Economists today call it monetizing debt. Back then it was just survival. But here's the thing, money isn't paper. It's trust. And when trust disappears, money burns. Inflation started small. Bread a bit pricier. Rent creeping up. People grumbled but kept going. The government said, "Relax. We've got this." But inflation is like a snowball. Slow at first, then unstoppable. Factories shut down. Jobs vanished. Investors ran. The mark collapsed. So Germany printed more, which made things worse. A spiral with no brakes. Picture this, you've saved your whole life. Pension, retirement, money in the bank. And one morning, it's all worthless. Not less. Not devalued. Worthless. Teachers, doctors, shopkeepers watched their savings vanish in months. One professor said, "I carried a suitcase of money for bread. By the time I got there, the price had doubled." That wasn't exaggeration. In 1914, a kilo of meat cost 3 marks. By 1923, 2 billion marks. Workers demanded raises twice a day. Bills had to be paid in the morning before prices jumped by evening. People stopped buying with money. They burned it for heat, cheaper than firewood. When money loses meaning, society does too. Governments don't die because they run out of cash. They die when people stop believing. By 1923, Germans trusted nothing. Not the government. Not the banks. Not the mark. Only survival. Crime soared. Violence spread. Politics radicalized. And in the chaos, a new kind of leader shows up, the one who promises order at any cost. Economic collapse doesn't just kill money. It kills stability. And vacuums always get filled, usually by dangerous people. Here's what really happened. Too much money, not enough goods. Factories closed, farms broken, but printing presses kept running. Prices exploded. Foreign confidence gone. Nobody wanted the mark. Imports got insanely expensive. Money velocity shot up. People spent instantly, before it lost value. That sped inflation even more. Taxes collapsed. Morning collections were worthless by afternoon. The government was paralyzed. That's how economies die, not with a bang, but a slow suffocation. So how did Germany escape? Not by printing. Not by borrowing. Not by begging. They created a new currency, the Rentenmark. It wasn't backed by gold, Germany had none. It was backed by land and industry. 1 Rentenmark equals 1 trillion old marks. And just like that, hyperinflation stopped. Not because the paper was magic. Because people believed in it. Lesson: when trust comes back, money comes back. When trust dies, nothing saves it. So why care about Germany's nightmare? Because the world hasn't changed that much. Governments still print money. People still trust it, until they don't. Inflation is still the quiet thief. Every big crisis looks the same. Too much debt. Too much printing. Too much politics. And the belief that this time is different. But it's never different. Economics is psychology with numbers. Germany's story shows one truth. Money is just a story we all agree to believe. The moment we stop believing, the story ends. And when the story ends, civilizations change. Sometimes forever.